Well, if you thought last week was a shit show, buckle up, Buttercup. Oh man, what a what a week it's been. How you guys doing? You guys been up to anything fun and exciting? All right, great. Thanks, Paul. All right, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. Oh, good deal. Sean, you've been busy this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I had to take a little bit of a nap, and I'm still not awake.
Oh, yeah.
No, we've
I hear
had the train show going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the past few days, Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's fourth. I've been, out in the shop until 1 or 2 in the morning cutting modules for the train show here in Des Moines.
Stocking up.
Yeah, had to stock up, and last night the same thing. It's you get used to that routine.
Yeah.
And the downfall was this morning I had to be up, 6:30, 7 o'clock to get rolling. And yeah, when you leave the shop at 1 in the morning, that's not until 2 o'clock when you go to bed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah. But you know what? I've enjoyed it. Had some great people come down. If you watch Klondike's, or Morning Coffee with Klondike, a couple of guys from Chicago drove all the way to Des Moines to see the show and hang out, and it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. So yeah,
Cool.
one more day.
Very nice.
And how about you, Ryan?
Yeah, like I said, it's been a week. Woke up Thursday morning with a urinary tract infection. Feeling like I got run over by a bus and then backed over and then thrown into a field of horse shit or something. I mean, it's been rough. Ended up in the ER yesterday. They were doing some scans and crap on me to try to figure out what was going on. They were like, nope, yep, it's not kidney stones or anything else. You just got a really bad one. I felt fine Wednesday. I mean, I was on Dave's show Wednesday night and was feeling all right. And by the time I woke up Thursday morning, everything was not okay.
Oh.
It was bad. It was bad. So I started to like stronger medicine this evening. I think is when they're
that a lot of cranberry juice.
Yeah, I drank like a whole thing of grape today, and I'm just trying to help flush it all out. But man, I feel like run over. I mean, it was so bad Thursday and 90% of Friday. I never looked at my phone. That's pretty bad when Ryan's not looking at his phone or watching a video or something. I was done. I was just wiped out. So it's been feeling pretty rough. But hopefully in the next couple of days we'll be able to kick it and get back up and running some more. Fun times.
So we're doing okay today.
I felt pretty decent this morning because they were at the hospital yesterday. They had given me, they'd thrown a bunch of IV bags in me, and then they gave me Toradol, I think it is, and so I mean I wasn't feeling too bad. I wasn't feeling great, but I wasn't feeling like I was. So, but all that I guess ran out of my system this afternoon. It's like, well, we're back.
That's harsh, dude.
Yeah, it is what it is, though. I mean, they're like, "Do you have a history of getting these?" I'm like, "Nope." I have no idea. No, it's crazy. But yeah, I've been just running stuff for this show next weekend. Um, I mean, thankfully, it hasn't been too difficult to keep the printers busy printing. Um, but like now, I think the only thing left I have to do for the four little machines that I'm going to be taking to try to sell is the people stuff. And while that could be the simplest thing as all to just print the handle out that came with it or whatever, I was kind of thinking about doing something a little more unique. But I might just print the handles out and be done with it. I mean, I can always switch them out later if I want to or whatever. I would like them all to be completed at this point. So, but I think I have a few more little cage parts to put together or to print out or something like that. Here, let me grab one of those. I'll show you what they look like. So, this is so since they're kind of Pokemon, whatever it is, themed little guys. Somebody on Maker World had one of these, but stuff on Maker World, you're not supposed to sell the stuff. I'm sure. I mean, I know a lot of people do sell all the stuff that's on there, but I was like, well, I'll try to make one myself, and so I made this little guy right here. This is just like a little Pokeball, little screen or whatever. So these will fit in the walls of the machines there, and so that should look pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, it's just printing away lots of stuff for the landfill. Right now,
all right, Dave.
Yeah. Right now on the P1S, I did have an issue this week with it. The extruder gears just gave up, and so I had to put new extruder gear in it. But right now it's printing out some little guy named Squirtle. It's a little turtle, blue. I don't know, but that print to make 25 of these little bastards, they're like this tall, is taking 20 hours, and that's because there's at least 3 colors like on every single layer of it going all the way up. So I got to do that one and one more of that one, and then I'll have all the stuff that I want to be able to put into these things for the show this weekend done. That'll give me 500 of these little bastards.
Oh. Now, I do have a question.
Yeah.
It says you're doing like 25 on a plate.
Yeah.
Do you see less waste versus doing just a couple? Or do you see more waste?
No, it's the same. Because, I mean, it's got to still color change the same amount of times.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
So, I mean, it would be better, actually, if I put more of them on there, but every time I hit, fill the plate up with them, I get problems. And I think that's because of when I was trying to mess around with some of these bigger pieces on that thing, that the edges of my build plate don't get hot enough. That it's uneven heating over there. So I think stuff just doesn't like sticking on the edges of my build plate. So, and also the other reason is that I like to print in like 10 to 12 hour segments on that thing, because then I can get 2 of them done a day. If I do them longer than that, at some point I'm only going to be able to do 1 of them in a 24-hour period. So, like kind of strategical reason for doing it.
For me, when I think of a large plate, I like what you're saying. Doing a smaller plate, for the simple fact that if you lose one model and you're not around, you're not taking the whole plate out.
Yeah.
It's just a smaller batch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's a lot of poop that's sitting out behind that thing. I had to clear it out the other day when I had to change the extruder, and I mean, it's. I have been running stuff into the like into a fidget object to just try to take up some of that poop, which seems to be helping, I guess. But
do you have that with you?
The little fidget thing? Yeah.
This is cool. This is a cool way to get rid of the poop.
So I've been dropping everything, and that one's gone. Whoops! Here's one. This is from when I was doing the Pikachu one. So you can kind of see it's layered with all the colors. So when it where's a good one to use? There's actually a good example here of it.
Cool, just the way the colors.
It's like making a prime tower out of the poop, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Well, yeah, it still does a prime tower, but it's all the purge stuff still needs to go somewhere. So like on this one, see, like it runs out. It doesn't do the top layer of all of them because that stuff, it all runs out of there. So here in this one, it kind of fades out into the white or whatever the other color was. But yeah, these are, I mean, and then I can throw these on the table too, and they fold and screw around with them. I don't know, something. Yeah. But then I've also been doing, not for any particular reason other than just to have something other than little poop balls everywhere. I also make another one of the little objects as a, put poop in here. And so it kind of makes them look kind of strange when they print out. So, but
no. I did see an ingenious way on getting rid of the poop.
Oh,
and
yeah?
make money at it.
Yeah, buying a snap maker.
Don't tempt me right now.
I am definitely tempted.
The person's taking the bags of all the poop, bags them all up, and he'll put the bags out, and then he gets one of those little silicone skeletons.
Okay.
And he sells the skeleton and the bags of poop for like $30.
What? Oh, so like, here, make your own skeleton type of thing?
Exactly.
Huh.
Where did I see it? It was funny. It was good if you think about it.
Yeah. That's there's a sucker born every day. And it's usually me on Facebook Marketplace.
You've been good this week, though, haven't you?
Yeah, because I've been sicker than a dog. My wife has never been so happy for me to be sick.
You haven't even gone on Marketplace, huh?
Yeah, I hadn't even gone on Marketplace because everything was I wasn't even on my phone at all. But yeah, there's the little bin of fidget toys. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know what else since I'm about done making all these little figures. I can obviously do some additional. I have time to do some additional stuff. So I'll figure out something. I'll need to be scrambling by the end of the week anyway, so.
That's how it goes.
Paul, Jack is asking if your arm is tired yet from giving the thumbs up. Yeah.
Well, my arm's not tired, but my thumb sure is.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And that sixth finger that I've got, is kind of a drawback.
It adds up.
It could be useful.
Yeah.
The only thing is you wouldn't be able to flip the middle finger.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
well,
true. Yeah. Yeah.
you could, and then
Well, you
people
could. Yeah. It's
you
just,
say, "Hey, I'm
yeah,
not
it's
really
just a
giving you the
different
middle
one.
finger. I don't have a middle finger."
Oh, Lordy.
I'm giving you the second, or it could be worse. You could be, giving them the double middle finger. You could give them quads at the
There you
same
go.
time.
Right.
Yeah, could be interesting. No. Anywho, yeah, so that's where we're at the moment. Yeah, I put out a video earlier this week. As going from the hobby to business thing, and we got the next one that comes out sometime early this week, and then we'll have one more of those at least coming out. That'll be after the show and all that good stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, on the
I
last.
got it.
Oh, go ahead.
I got an email today or yesterday, and it was advertising an Elegoo printer with canvas.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's the one that Sean has.
Oh, you have the canvas? So that
Yeah,
doesn't put out any poop when it changes
It does.
filament. Oh,
It does. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
No different than.
It just cuts it off and then pushes the rest through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the one you had.
It's a good printer.
They got it on sale for, I think, $4.49.
Mm-hmm. Very affordable for a 4-color printer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice printer.
I have had 0 issues with mine, and I did a lot of coasters and stuff on it. And yeah, haven't lost a print as of yet. Knock on wood.
So that's kind of like a happy medium between a bamboo and a snap maker is that, because it puts out a little poop but not a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. And affordable.
And really, it's about half the price of a snap maker.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could basically have 2 of those for the cost of one snap maker.
I could have 3.
Yeah.
For what I paid for this, I could have 3. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if you don't intend to use more than 4 colors, I think it's a great printer to start with.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some things that decisions that will have to be made around here pretty soon, I think. What's Earl saying? Because Earl has one of the U1s. He says, yeah, less poop on the U1, but I had a print that was 8 hours. Had an hour to go and it broke a support. Oh, that always sucks. Had a lot of hair in it. I've done some like testing of like messing around in the slicers with it, and like on this print that I'm doing now on the P1S, like I said, it's a 20-hour print. On the U1, it would save me over 6 hours of printing time.
Wow.
That's pretty good, just because of the purge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not having to flush it out every time. So, man, Earl, that stinks, buddy. I'm sorry that it always sucks when it's been going for a long time and then breaks something. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. Well, a lot of at least the people in the markets, that I guess they're flocking to the U1 like crazy because of the time savings and filament usage. So,
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, if you see one of those go, you'll know why.
yeah. Yeah, but like if you were to get a, one of the Centauri Carbon 2s, how much filament are you going to have to go through to make up that cost difference?
A lot.
Yeah, right. So I mean, is it? But like I said, it is faster.
Yeah.
But just because of that, the filament changes and all that stuff. So I don't know.
You know what? A good way to
I'm
put
a
it
eyeball.
is for home and fun, and for doing your own stuff and maybe small projects to sell. I think it's a great printer. But if you're going to start getting into mass production, that's
Yeah.
where I think that you want to really, really shine.
It could be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. I got to be able to prove to myself that, and to my wife, that this is worth making some money with. So I don't know, to fund the hobby. We'll see.
Sure.
Yeah. And
We'll
if
see.
not, oh well.
Let me sell off two of the two small bamboos, and that'll give you the excuse to get the U1.
But, there you go. So, but yeah. So we got. Looks like Jeff is out there, trains, planes, and automobile. Hey Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's see here. Let's see any other. Andy's out there from. Oh yeah. Howdy from Northern Virginia. Peanut butter and apple time, and 81 tomorrow. Yeah, it's supposed to be 81 around here tomorrow. It's no wonder everybody's sick. I mean, we had snow on the ground a couple days ago, and today was like 60s. Tomorrow's 80. Nobody ever knows what's going on around here.
It's like spring. Here's your one day of spring.
Yeah. It's like the it's like the weather works for the government or something, because it has no idea what's happening.
Jerry's in the house.
There you go.
Sorry I didn't make it, Jerry. I was at a train show. I might have to do a pop-up tomorrow just for fun. See if I can get it to work.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, if you see all the numbers down here, or all the names and everything showing up down here in our wonderful graphic, those are all of our channel members. So thanks to all those guys for helping try to keep this sinking ship afloat. It's like one of those boats that has like 15 holes in it.
Need a couple more guys to help bail.
Yeah. I saw something interesting on the on a video the other day, and it was talking about some old school, like old ancient boat design. Maybe it was the Dutch. I can't remember, but the way that they were designing their boats had like the sealed off compartments and all that in the boat, so that if the boat got holes in it, it would still float. And then but like something, history happens, all that stuff got it was, nothing was ever written down. It was all the boat people would just talk to each other about, here's how you build the boat this way. And so all that knowledge got lost, and then over a few generations, and then nobody was building boats that way. And, but they were like, oh yeah, if the Titanic would have been built this way, it wouldn't have sank like it did. All this other stuff. It was interesting. I was like, wow, cool.
Well, the Titanic had the bulkheads, but they didn't have the caps on it.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. All right. Well, let's. I don't know. Like I told you guys, brain is cloudy.
Right there with you.
all the videos are down in the description for this week, and so if you want to go watch them, they're down there. Go check them out. Tell them that we said hello, and give them a like and all that good stuff. So this is a pretty cool video. I built a thing, and he has like an older, was it SLS, I guess, printer, and he's just talking about like what happened with it, because it's gone. Like nobody uses this type of technology for 3D printing stuff anymore. But it was really cool because you could do all kinds of colors. It wasn't you weren't limited. It would just do CMYK coloring and all that stuff. So it's pretty sweet. But he's like going through it and cleaning it and getting it working again, and the cartridges, and you're like, yeah, I can definitely see why this isn't around, because that is a nightmare to deal with. Oh my god.
It is, but the prints you can do with it, it's one of those, you got to weigh it out.
Yeah, it definitely would have its place, but yeah, no, thanks, no. I have no desire to ever have something that complicated. I don't even want to use. I really have very limited want of dealing with a resin printer, much less something like this. Like what was that Kickstarter that was like last year? Was it only last year that we saw that SLS Kickstarter, and then the guys got bought by like Formlabs or something like that?
Yeah, it's maybe a little over a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too far. Yeah.
I'm like, this is like that same thing, and yeah, I would want nothing to do with any of this. This just looks like an absolute disaster. I mean, it's really cool, but my goodness, does that just not look like any fun at all to deal with?
See, I'm curious how the bearings handle it. I mean, it must be fine, but
yeah. I mean, I'd assume it's all sealed, or
yeah.
It's done in such a way that you can not have to worry about it. But the ink cartridges were, he says how much they were, but they were a lot for an ink cartridge.
And they look small.
Yeah. Yeah, and there he's doing like a test print to make sure all the colors are lined up. So he's not even printing anything substantial, but it's crazy. But anywho,
That.
It's interesting to watch the process of him getting his machine up and running, and what it can do, which is really cool. But yeah, no thanks.
You can get them on the cheap now.
Yeah.
Well, you got to admit that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Not for the home though. No way. So, but it's pretty cool to watch and see him tinker with this big machine. So, check her out. We got Cutting It Close. He's got his new monthly thing. And if you get all 6 of the 6 things, you get that. Take a drink out of the giant Guinness.
Did you think that this month's project was a little on the expensive side?
Yeah, well, it's what, like $60 or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes and no, because that material is expensive.
That's what I was just going to say. Is that material must really be expensive.
Yeah, it really is. It's dumb how expensive color core is.
It'll last forever, and it's cool when you engrave it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely has a look to it. I don't know. I wasn't like, as far as I like the concept of the bird feeder.
Mm-hmm.
as a project. I don't necessarily like it out of the color core though.
I wonder if a squirrel would eat right through that.
I
Plastic.
wouldn't think so any more than he would out of a wood one.
Well, that just ruins my idea of building one. That's
What do you mean? Like, I
Oh,
don't
squirrel.
think
A squirrel. If I put a wood birdhouse or feeder or anything out there, the squirrels will eat right through it.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You keep it full of food. Keep them happy. They'll be fine.
Yeah, then they don't
Well-
revolt and burn the place down.
Yeah.
What, your squirrels live in Minneapolis or something?
Yeah, they wear masks and
Oh. Well, at least they cut out the center so they can eat, right?
right.
Yeah. Yeah. They're pretty cool looking bird feeders and all that. I mean, yeah, he was looking to have a project to use the color core stuff with, but it was so. I mean, the things will last forever. But if you were to sell these things, you couldn't sell that for
Oh,
$60.
they'd have to be over $100.
No.
Yeah. And that's the problem I would have with, like, if I was spending $60 on one for myself, sure. But I think he's only sending enough material for you to build one, right?
Right.
If I
Right.
remember correctly.
So here's my thought on it, and you've worked with it before. PVC and a rattle can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You had
Hey.
your whatever color you want on the outside and white on the inside,
Yeah.
That's right.
and that
Yeah,
PVC.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
you
it's-
could essentially do the same thing.
yeah, it's an alternative.
Yeah, and probably a whole lot cheaper at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you can buy a whole 4x8 sheet probably for that much, half
Yeah.
inch. But you're the guru on that one, Ryan.
You know, I'm good at breaking that stuff. It probably wouldn't be as durable, but let's see here. Let's go to Home Depot. PVC sheet. Let's see here. What do we got? It's thinking about it. There we go. A 1/4 inch 4x8 sheet is $50. Half inch is $100.
Okay.
So
And you
not
can make
bad.
a lot of birdhouses out of that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, that's quite a bit. I don't know if like doing it with the well, actually, yeah, with PVC, you probably could do this whole top hinge mechanism too.
Yeah, probably.
All you'd have to do is just heat it. Put a little bit of heat up there, and let it fold over. So,
I think it's the same with this material too, if I'm right.
he just does it manually. But yeah,
Snap.
Is that all that stuff is colored PVC?
well, it's HDPE.
Oh,
So
okay.
little, it's milk jug material.
Right.
I guess same would. I don't know if that's considered the same family or not. I'm not a
That'd be
chemist.
interesting though, because you can buy like quarter sheets and 2x4 sheets, and
Oh,
it'd be interesting to buy some and just give it a try.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah, because that's a good idea. Just hit it with a rattle can and
Go from there.
Yeah.
No, I think his project's awesome. But
oh, it is. But I can't see myself spending $60 on one.
Yeah, it's a bit tough for a bird feeder. But the good part is he's done all the other work for you if you did want to do the
Sure.
PVC,
Yeah.
and you could do,
I mean, what is that? An hour's worth of design?
Well, maybe for you, but for me, it's 3 days.
more than that, Paul. All right, come on.
Yeah.
You'll procrastinate on it for at least a
Right.
week.
Yeah, I'd think about it for a week.
Yeah. But,
No, so far, I think my honest opinion is it's a cool project, just a little expensive.
Yep.
He's come up with some cool stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. There's definitely been some good projects. Yeah. But I can't remember if I didn't look at the website to see what color combinations that they send you to, or if there was color combinations.
Oh, you can get about any color you want on there
Okay,
because
so
he
you
gives
can
you
choose.
choice.
Okay, that's good. At least you can choose your own adventure on that.
Boy, he is a salesman, though, isn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they're doing really well out there, so it's working. It's definitely working.
I can guarantee you could probably teach me a thing or two on sales.
Yeah.
Yep. Good deal. All right. Well, if somebody decides to get one and decides to do the whole PVC thing with it, let us know because it would be interesting to find out. Here we go with Andy Hout. We talked about Andy a couple times with the weird, wild clocks that he's built and stuff like that. He's coming back this time with a light strip design. I guess this is the second version of this that he's come out with after some feedback and stuff on the first iteration. So he's got like a section that does a controller, and then um, he's got a whole bunch of different type of track stuff that goes up in the corner of your room or whatever. Stuff that goes on the wall. There's curves and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, this is like
Yeah, this is pretty cool. A very well thought out design, just like everything else that this guy does. I think the files are for sale on Fangs, if I remember correctly. And they weren't. I mean, it was like $20, I think, for all of the ones that he's done, something like that. I glanced, but this is pre-infection, so my brain doesn't work anything pre-infection.
I mean post.
Post-infection, yeah. But the diffusers were pretty neat. I like his diffuser designs were pretty cool. But you
The
could
first
change
thing
all the curves and stuff.
this
What's
is
that?
back. The moment I see this, I think railroad.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Well, the first thing I thought about when I was watching this was actually that the 3D print shop,
Yeah.
what he has on his walls.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, the
I was
nozzle.
like, oh man, this is like what would be really cool to have going around his whole store. So
And put the nozzle on one end.
yeah,
Well, pretty much it looks the same if you think about it.
It does.
Yeah. Different design.
yeah, pretty sweet.
I might have to check into this one. I like it.
Yeah, it's really nice. He talks about the how he was trying to make the transitions from one piece to another pretty seamless, so you don't catch any like light spots and stuff like that in it. It was pretty cool, and I think it turned out really well.
Oh, dude. See, coming down to my dungeon, I have that ceiling,
Yeah.
from the stairs. That would look cool going down.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would.
Huh.
Be pretty sweet. Yeah, I like the corner stuff like that. That's pretty cool too. Pretty cool designs. So go check it out if you think it's nifty too. This next one I thought is really interesting, and I wonder if our buddy Steve will give this a try. So this is I make stuff, and he's got a Eufy printer, one of the one of the whatchamacallit printers.
UV, yeah.
Yeah, UV
There
printer.
you go.
Those are the letters I was looking for. And so he wasn't even all the way through his first cartridges yet, and thinking about how the next cartridges were going to cost him, $45 a piece, and thinking about a way to make them last longer for cheaper. And so he goes through making them refillable, which I thought was interesting. So
Sweet.
yeah, so he takes the cartridge and bores a hole in it. I think this definitely could have been done a lot cleaner. Like there's got to be a better solution than this. I don't know. Maybe I guess depending on how those cartridges are even made, like, I don't know if you could just 3D print one or something like that. I don't know. It would be interesting to see.
You still need the electronics. If you could transfer.
Yeah, well, if you could rip the electronics out of them and stick it in to a new one, I don't know. But I don't know. But anyway, he bores a hole in it with a soldering iron, and then puts a big old threaded boss into it, and then and epoxies around the outside edge. Gets rid of, he takes out all the old ink too, like the original ink, and then refills it with some stuff. So instead of $45 for a cartridge full, it goes down to about $5.
No.
So,
Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking, why don't you drill a hole, versus burning it? But if you're saving that much money, I guess it doesn't really matter.
well, he said that he didn't want to drill it because he didn't want to drop any particles of plastic in there. So he was thinking that the burning it would be safer, as far as in cleanup or whatever. But if it has, stuff in it and you're dumping it out, I would think that it would come like any of the. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't.
Well, it should filter it out.
You would
Because
think so.
you think about like some of the old HP printers, you could pop a hole in the top of the drill bit and refill them.
Yeah.
But well,
Yeah, he's got a big old M8 heat insert. Hey JR, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for hanging out. This is pretty cool. That he's actually put out another video on it since then, but I hadn't had a chance to watch that one. But this looks promising. So he just puts like a rubber plug into it too, which I thought was a good way to seal it up. And as long as you're not doing this stuff out like where there's a bunch of windows and stuff, you don't have to worry about the ink curing or whatever.
no, I didn't get the opportunity of watching this one. Apparently, it worked.
Yeah, worked fine. The colors were fine. There's one that he did beforehand, a coaster, and then he shows one that he did afterwards, and you can't tell the difference. My big question, well, one is that this is going to void any warranty if they find out that you used not their
But
ink.
that's only on the cartridge, not the machine.
Yeah, well, but if they find out that you've used some other ink somehow, like you need to send something back to them, and then they're like, hey, this isn't our ink that's in this stuff. I don't know. They had problems with one of their colors of ink, like with the magenta or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe this, however they're doing it, maybe that would be a problem. I don't know. But it looked like, I guess it'd be worth it to give it a whirl.
Yeah, if you can't tell the difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so there's the two different ones there. And they look identical.
Steve, if you try it, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be worth it. Be worth it to give it a whirl. That would be the big thing that, like, not that I need a UFI printer because I can't squirrel long enough, but if I had one, that would be the biggest concern for me, would be not being able to have enough stuff in it, or
And,
print ink in it all the time.
so I think that's what stopped me from actually getting it when it came out, was the ink issue and
Yeah,
how expensive it is.
pretty cool
But
though.
yeah, if this works,
And then don't you have to cycle that every once in a while
Oh
to
yeah,
keep the print head clean?
yeah.
yeah,
If you're not running that thing relatively constant, it's got to run cleaner through it and all the. Oh my goodness!
Oh, there's
I
the
saw that.
answer.
There,
Hey, Clack, you can try this at home.
yeah. They finally felt bad for you, or did you just buy one?
Or did you buy one and say they gave it to you
Yeah,
just to
right.
make
That's what I would
Steve
do.
feel bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if they send it, I could see Dave doing the modification. If he has to
Yeah.
buy it or buy it, I can see him holding off on the modification.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be wild. Could be wild. Anyway, be worth something to keep an eye on there. I'm gonna check out his other video probably tomorrow and see. And of course, speaking of the devil, we do have Mr. David Clackley. Yay, Dave Clackley! Dave was making his wife happy this week. He was using a CNC to help potting plants. Um, I'm actually starting a Facebook group for my wife and her friends. They are the Discount Plant Mafia. And so they go around to all the different Lowe's and Home Depots and stuff like that and rescue all the dilapidated plants. They refuse to pay full price for any plant. It just means that my wife has like 300 plants, and when 800 or when 200 of them die, she's happy with it because she still didn't pay much for the other 100 that's still there.
That's a good way of looking at it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I do look at this. All right, now JR, I can talk to you about Bad Boy Mowers. We'll do that after we talk about Mr. Clackley, because I do have one. So anyway, so Dave was using a big old piece of plastic and cutting a riser for the plant bottom of the bed, or the pot rather. So that you can get it. See, when I did some planters for my wife over the last year or two, I've had this problem too, where the plants that she wants to put in them are not tall enough to be able to come out of the big giant pot, and so putting a riser in like that, halfway down or something, is beneficial to it. So, of course, Mr. Clackley actually did put more time and attention into his solution than I did with mine. I just had some Finch Picket scraps that I just nailed together and went, bloop, there you go. Put the pot on top of it. We're done here. But
Or
yeah. The only thing I saw in this that I was going to suggest to Mr. Clackley was that after you cut the outside, if you came back with like a 30-degree V-bit or something like that, angling those at sides down, it might put more contact area in contact with the outside of the pot. But
kind of wedge it in.
yeah, so I don't know if that would be helpful at all, but that was just one idea that I had when I was watching the video on it. So it, yeah, there you go.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah. Well, and then he puts a piece of PVC pipe in the middle and underneath to help support it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I got control of this, don't I?
Yep.
Where's the pipe? There it is.
There you go. There's the.
He said the angle didn't match his bit selection.
There you go.
Okay, that's slick. It just literally locks in.
Yeah. Yeah, and just some PVC cement, I think would have held that in too. He used like Gorilla Glue or something, I think, to attach it in there. But I think PVC cement, if you had that around, would also work just fine. Every time I buy PVC cement, by the time I go to use it again, it's hard.
It's dried up.
Yeah.
I end up having to buy more all the time. So, but yeah, that's a good solution. I like that.
Well, there's many reasons, not just raising up the pots and stuff, but less soil, so you don't have to get extra bags of soil to fill it up. And
Or you can just leave it in the pot it comes in.
Yeah.
Just set it in there.
Yep.
a lot of places do that.
Yeah, it's
That's
a good
what I do.
splash spot. I mean, so good stuff. Good stuff. So good job, Mr. Clackley. Appreciate you providing plantware for the wives out there. Good things to see. And Steve did make an appearance in the background there on the right-hand side of the screen.
Oh, right there. There he is.
Yeah, we always like to point those out. When I was watching Steve's video earlier this morning, I don't think I saw Dave in the background, but he was talking about the Anycubic S1 printer.
I haven't had the chance to see that one yet. How's he like it, or did he say?
It seems to like it okay. I think all the people that got the pre-release versions of the S1, the Anycubic's AI detection was not found.
Oh no!
So people that were anytime you had a failure, it wouldn't even notice it. So, which I'm assuming that they just didn't even have it activated or whatever. So, but Steve had a problem, I think, with that with it when a print messed up. Keo Prints also had the same problem where it actually gave him a blob of doom and took out his print head. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So good job, Mr. Clackley. I appreciate you doing CNC work for
I
us.
see some pictures of it all finished up with flowers and everything.
Yeah. I can't remember. I don't think he had one in there yet of that at the end. Yeah. Nope. That'll be on the Clackley channel. So that's Dave's other channel. So.
Yep.
All right, and I got something for something different. Oh, there's this one. That's right. I forgot about this one. The Woodsmith. Cute little machine.
Yeah, this is the one that I stumbled across. That's one thing we haven't talked a lot about are the smaller machines.
Yeah.
They're affordable starter machines. But what caught my attention on this is how he built around the machine with the drawer.
The little case and stuff. Kind of makes it portable.
It's just, I was impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very well thought out and makes use of the space pretty well. And if he needs to move the thing around, it's pretty simple to do because it's all in one.
All the tools are right there in the drawer, and
yeah.
So somebody that's in an apartment, there you go, or a small place, or
yeah, you could just tip it up on its side and hang it up on the wall if you want.
Yeah. Just don't run it while it's up on the wall.
It's got little clamps in there and the little slots for the clamps. I thought that was a good idea too.
Extend the work pad. Yeah.
Yeah. And you could cut all that on that little machine. Yeah.
Well, you might have some issues with the side pieces. No, you could. You could tile it.
Yeah, you could tile it if you had a 4x8 foot machine.
Yeah. Or 4x4. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I thought this one was cool just because, we haven't talked about small machines and a lot of people are getting into it.
Yeah.
And it's a
Well,
good way to put it all together.
it gave me an idea of trying to figure out how to do a small machine out of like old Ender 3 parts.
Yeah.
And then, and as I was thinking about it, I was like, well, that would be kind of stupid because all you gotta do is just put a little spindle on the thing and just have the Y move. But like, not having the Y move, having the Y being the overall moving, the gantry moving, and not the bed. Um, I don't know. Yeah, that could be an interesting idea to think about. And
You look at the high end mills and stuff. Your Y's moving.
yeah,
So
interesting. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll put it in our brains. Yeah, but yeah, this is a good little machine. I like that. It's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure I
Cool
know
little
somebody that's got spare Ender parts floating around.
Yeah, I've got a few Ender parts running around. Just a few. Just a few. All right. Well, so this is Watch JR Go. This is our now for something different. I watch JR Go quite often, and he bought a vehicle that just screams Ryan needs to have this. And so I figured I would show it to everybody before it shows up on everybody else's things, and everybody sends it to me saying, Ryan, have you seen this? You need to buy this. You need to find one of these and buy one. And I've already looked. So these are like Shriners style cars, like parade cars.
Okay.
And so as you notice there's only two wheels. So it's supposed to be like a self-balancing parade car, and it's run like off of a lawnmower motor and stuff like that. But the way that it actually functions is pretty cool. It's got like it's basically tractor parts, well, except for the Honda steering rack. It's got like a hydrostatic transmission in it. And so the tires that you see on the outsides really aren't doing a whole lot. They actually have tires inside them that are moving.
That's different.
Yeah, and that's the part that is getting around. So yeah, so it's got the little hydraulic tank in there and all kinds of. There's all kinds of crap inside this thing. I mean, it was pretty gross. The amount of look at this, look at all that. Oh,
you can see the little wheel on the inside.
Yeah. You get to see a little bit of it. He put out another video on this thing today, but he and his mostly him, but his dad also came over, who's a whiz bang of a mechanic, and was helping him getting it running. But pretty cool machine. It would be so much fun to drive.
I don't know, Ryan.
Yeah.
I know what you can do with your zero-turn lawnmower.
Yeah, with my old one, yeah, we could do this. We could make that work. No.
That would be a challenge.
Yeah. It's so loud. It seems like it would be so loud because it's like a 20 horsepower lawnmower motor in it and stuff like that. It would be a lot cooler, I think, if it was quieter. But it's pretty cool anyway. It would be fun to try to drive. It has a caster wheel on the front. At least I don't know if there's one on the back, but there is one on the front. And it's all smashed up because people just, it's hard to crap to drive that thing. It's smashing it into the ground all the time.
Well, it looks like he's getting the hang of it.
Yeah. So I guess when you're using the steering wheel, that's what's activating the hydrostatics and stuff. Maybe I'm not really sure. No, but they take it back over to his house, and he's doing donuts in the driveway with them. Yeah, but what looks like wheels there is actually they're kind of hubcaps.
Huh.
Yeah.
Looks like it's got a big muffler under it.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you have this, when the sound's on, man, that thing's loud as. It seems like it's as loud as a lawnmower, you know.
It is really cool.
Yeah, yeah, he gets some interesting cars. I guess the guy had it on sale on Marketplace for like $300, and Jr. said, "I'll give you 6 for it," because there was some other people on the way to come look at it or whatever. He's like, "No, I want to give you 6 for it, so I can take it home and put this thing on YouTube."
Way to do it.
Yeah. So pretty interesting though. It'd be fun to try to drive it. And there, you would think that there would be better. I actually, when I first saw it, my guess was that it was like a gyroscope that would keep it level.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
then finding out that it's like old school hydrostatic stuff underneath of it was kind of like, wow, that's interesting. So,
I
and that it would-
did notice he does have a caster on the back.
Is there? Oh yeah, there is there, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, when he does a nosedive, you can really see it.
Yeah. But yeah, like I don't know. I have one of those old Segways, and like you know, figuring that stuff out, how you lean forward a little bit and it goes forward, and you lean back and it goes backwards. You know, there's got to you could probably adapt that type of tech to something like this in you know, as a modernized version of it.
Seems like it'd be hard to drive that thing without laughing.
Right?
Yeah, I think so too. I guess the guy that he got it from though, like had he's getting up there in age and he's starting to get rid of a whole bunch of his stuff, but he collected weird things like this. Like he had a whole bunch of the Shriner go-karts and stuff like that too. So pretty crazy. But maybe the steering wheel does brakes. I'm not really sure. I would need to watch it again to figure it out for sure. But I don't know. It's pretty cool.
It looks like it'd be fun. They get it and then charge admission to ride it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to have insurance to ride it because you're going to have whiplash. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little vehicle. I thought it was pretty sweet.
There's a lot of work went into designing that.
Yeah, and evidently a lot of them were made too. Like there's evidently a bunch of those things out there. It's not a one-off thing.
I have to start watching Marketplace.
Yeah. Yeah, I had never seen one before. So it was definitely an interesting piece.
I'd say it's up your alley, Ryan.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. But I figured I'd let you all see it and know that I have seen it, and I am definitely intrigued. We do have way too many projects already.
The biggest question is, did you actually go looking for one?
Not yet. No.
Okay. No, not
because
yet.
I saw this right before I started going downhill.
I noticed that he's got a fire extinguisher handy.
Yeah. There's one in the car. Yeah. And it was still charged. That was the other fun thing about it. Pretty fun. Good stuff. All right. Well, let's get back to normal here. Let's see here. There we go. So yeah, so not a ton of videos this week, but definitely high quality. Maybe next
As
week.
usual.
Yeah,
As you.
yeah, we'll find some more high quality ones next week.
Oh, this was fun. I think these all touched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked it. Yeah.
That's right. JR wanted to talk about um, bad boy mowers. Oh, we lost Sean. Ryan, I've only got 1.3 acres. Most of it the sub 5,000 bad boys have the ZT220 transmission. Seems like a robust transmission for serviceability. You need to be in the well, I have I bought a bad boy Maverick last spring, and because the other mower that I've had for 10 years here, I mow 4.5 acres. It would take me um, uh, 4 hours or so, 4 or 5 hours at least to mow my yard, and and when I got the bad boy, it was it took it down to an hour and a half. So to do the same amount. Let's see here, but really, I don't know. I what I can tell you is that it's built really well. It's a very stout machine. So I haven't messed around with any of the smaller ones, but so far the Maverick one that I have, which has a 60-inch cutting deck on it. It's been a really nice machine. I've been really happy with it. It's I don't know how many hours I've put on it yet, but not a ton. But because every time I mow, and now it only takes me an hour and a half to mow my yard instead of 4+ hours. So, yeah, as far as how often do you need to service the transmissions? I don't remember what their lifespan is, but the transmissions in the old mower that I have, I've never serviced those. So and I've been running that thing out around the yard for 10 years. So with how often that you move, JR, you'll be okay for 18 months. Just give him a hard time. Clark's got robots mowing his yard now.
Those are cool.
They are.
Yeah. I'm kind of envious.
And the pictures that he shows of his yard, it looks like he does a nice job.
Yeah.
I like how it finds its dock and backs up. And
Yeah.
Hard. Yeah. The only question I have is, what happens if you forget to pick up the dog droppings?
I guess it goes over it because I asked him about that one time, and because of his dog Biscuit that was hanging out at the house there for a while, and I guess it just
Flings it.
wild. Yeah,
Flings it.
chops up it turd chopper 5000.
Okay.
Fertilizes the lawn.
Yeah. Clark says it mulches it.
Okay. When I lived in Fernley, it's high desert, so it's super dry.
Yeah.
Which makes it good because the dogs go out the next day. I mean, it's just dry and hard as a rock. I kept a wedge out there, golf club. behind the property was just a field. I got a lot of good practice in.
There you go. Well, what's funny around here is that I guess, well, with new dog Rex, he's been pooping in the front yard and all that stuff, and so when I've been out there, like every, I guess, week or whatever, I'm walking around the yard with the shovel, and there's big fields on both sides of my house, and so I'll get a shovel full of poop and I'll walk across the driveway and I'll fling it into the field over there, and do that a couple times or whatever. but I guess he's realized, oh yeah, he's putting my poop over there, so I should probably just put my poop over there for him. So he's been going into the field to poop now. I'm like, hey, sweet, I taught him how to do something. I didn't even mean to. That's really convenient that he can go over there now to poop. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's farmland, so.
Right. I mean, well, they spread their manure and stuff no different.
Yeah, which is really annoying right now. We've never had them do that here in the big giant 80-acre field that's next to us. But this year they're spreading manure a couple times, and
Ooh.
it's like, oof, we've never had that experience out here. we don't need to do that again. Can you guys not do that again? Yeah.
Oh, middle in the summer, 100 degrees.
Oh. Well, hopefully they learned their lesson this last time, because they went out there right before it snowed last week,
Mhm.
and they got the poo truck stuck down in the one hollow that's right down in front of our house, because it's always, when it rains or whatever, that whole area gets a whole lot softer for a whole lot longer. And yeah, their poo truck got stuck down there. They had to pull it out.
Man, that could be a shitty experience.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the truck they had to come take them out, enema might be coming. So.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, the one good thing, that's actually one good thing that's really come of this whole, infection deal, is that that they did a CT scan of my abdomen areas, and the results did say that my genitals were normal. So I tell my wife that they are normal, at least there. And then, but they even saw, like, they made note of when I had a hernia fixed many years ago, like the mesh that's in there and stuff like that. But my the men in my family have have various cancers, but my dad had like throat cancer and stomach cancer, but like my grandfathers, they all had bladder cancer and all that, all stuff below the waist. So it's really something I've needed to get checked out on anyway, just to make sure that we're keeping an eye on all that stuff. And so all that stuff was coming back clear. So that's a good thing,
Good,
at least to hear about. So,
Yeah, I get to start prepping for Monday.
yeah.
So,
Getting the old whoopity-doo.
well, actually, yeah, this one's actually a biopsy.
Oh,
They
okay.
did find something they didn't like, and they're gonna go in and take a chunk out.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, enjoy your nap.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? I was gonna take the doctor a rose. Yeah, to boldly go where no man has ever gone before. Oh,
And only that one girl that she was something else. We'll never forget. Susie.
oh, we always flip to the wrong, don't we?
Well, Paul, you got anything else for us this week? We're annoying everybody long enough. I
I
think.
can't match any of that. There's just no way.
That-
Good luck to you on Monday, though. Sean, really.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's something I think everybody apparently must. It's something or can't even spit it out. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, anything else from you, Sean?
Hey, if you're in Des Moines area tomorrow, there's a train show. Come hang out. I'll be there until 4:30. Monday's going to be a very interesting day. Wednesday, if everything goes good and I'm not stressed, coffee with Klondike, and
There
that's
you go.
Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And yourself, Mike?
Well, there'll be a new video coming out in the next couple of days of the last week of working here in the office of making a bunch of stuff for the landfill. And got that show coming up this coming weekend, so we're in crunch time now. So that'll be. I'll start reporting back on that next
Is
week.
that on Saturday or Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
But
Set up
I'm
Friday.
thinking,
So the next Saturday, we should have a little bit of inclination how the sales went.
yeah, yeah, and if I'm really depressed, you know that I'm not getting any new printers anytime soon.
In other words, no questions, please.
We'll put a banner up. All right. Well, everybody, thanks a lot for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. We'll be back at it again next week and keep after it and all that fun stuff. And if you don't have anything to do tomorrow night, make sure you check out the Clack Shack and Ventari's Workshop on their Sunday night show. We got Al Kilroy 7976.3. He's usually doing one on Sunday afternoons, just working on whatever he's working on. And then we got all the other shows going into next week, so check them all out. Hopefully everybody has a good time, and we'll talk to everybody later. Peace out, sauerkraut.